Is this the same Brooklyn that commented?
Yes.
Okay, do virtual on the arrest records.
So I am actually in the Charleston market.
Okay. Who's CJ? I was talking to CJ from Charleston.
He's right next to me, actually.
What?
He's working on
his girlfriend.
Okay, makes sense now.
So awesome. He's working on finding out another kind of list that we might be able to use, but it's still in the works. Okay. So I had a question about, we've been cold calling since like 2:30. So I was asking him, he wasn't sure. Should we say hello? Is this the name? Because I feel
is she free?
More likely to ask more questions rather than being like, hey, is this the owner of blah, blah, blah? Because I feel like when you ask them that, they're going to think it's like a bill collector or something and just hang up. Because I've ran into that issue a lot.
But that does invoke curiosity too.
True.
So yeah, you say, hey, is this John?
Because
this is John.
Yeah, because I was saying like, yeah. Because I was saying like, if you say, hey, is this blah, blah, blah? And if it's not, you'd be like, well, is this the owner of...
I want you to test both out and just see which one you like.
Okay.
And a lot of time, it comes your confidence level. Like,
okay. What gives you confidence?
What gives you most confidence, and then what gives you the result? So, like everybody kind of fires theirs. If I told you the original cold calling script I went off, you would just hang up like immediately because it was so bad. And the way Zach got it went from where I went, and it just really comes down to get the information as fast as possible so you don't waste time. And honestly, it's like, if you don't like believe in what you're saying, and you're already saying, listen, I think we're going to have a problem overcoming this, then tweak it. But look at it and see if it works. Sometimes when the person tells you originally the right way to do it, some people want to test it and do it their own way. It's just in their DNA. And then they go back to the original one because they had so many problems with the way they do it. So do the one you like. Yeah. Be fine.
Okay. Trial and error.
Yeah.
So I did call someone today, and it was a younger girl, obviously not the right number. She was like, oh, this is a spam call, blah, 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 and then proceeded to kind of get nasty with me. And then I calmed her down, and I was like, wait, what do you mean? So apparently my number is popping up as spam. So it like says like potential spam. So like, what do I do about that?
So are you using one phone number?
I'm using Google Voice.
So yeah, if you hammer that like crazy, you either got to do multiple Google Voice accounts, which I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you can do multiple emails and just do it, or use like a service for dialing. One tip I can give to you is there's other services that give you free phone numbers too. There's some like free paid. There's some paid ones. Even get a Mojo if you have to, or like a Zach dialer. But I would just get multiple Google Voice. How many calls are you doing? If you've been calling since 2:30, I mean it's
quite a bit, and I've been doing it. We've been doing it since Monday. We usually do it around 3 to around 7.
Using one number, you got to switch it up a little.
Okay. And then I did call someone today. Sure, it was probably a cash buyer. But he said it was pointless to cold call, and I was stupid if I wasn't doing direct mail. So
you have direct mail money? You want to drop $4,000 a month?
Not
probably not, right?
No, no.
So I just people also say it's stupid not to own a yacht. I don't listen to those people right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, you in this business, you have to put on like your filters and only listen from people that you want to strive like to be in their shoes business wise. So you're going to get a ton of people tell you like what doesn't work. It's not this. Listen, direct mail works. It's a bigger, longer play. And that's why we don't recommend it in the beginning, because it's like you've got to wait 3 months to get the results. And usually
postage
minimum
is expensive.
Yeah, but I will here to tell you, it works very well. I make 6 figures off direct mail every month.
Okay.
But I didn't start out doing that, and I'm not going to like walk you down.
Our average deal is $50,000, and we've been doing it a very long time.
But I got 20 years experience talking to people.
Right.
Get your first couple deals. Stop worrying about like what other people tell you. It's usually family that hammers you the worst. What are you doing this for? It's stupid. Go get a regular job. The fact that you're making the phone calls and stuff, you have the right attitude. The reality is in wholesaling in the very beginning, when you're doing all the right stuff and you're not quite getting the results, it's when you're most effective. You just don't realize it yet. I'm telling you, it will come across your lap, and you are not being rewarded right now. You're actually being punished by outsiders. Just filter them out. They want to be average. They want to do their 9 to 5. Like, just separate yourself from it.
There's a reason they're a cash buyer, not a wholesaler. So wholesalers don't fret over it.
And then I did see a couple things. I have a couple more questions. I'm sorry. But PropStream sometimes will pull up a property and it'll say like Charleston County housing. Is that like Section 8 housing, and is that like unsellable by the owner?
Is it the owner? That's Charleston County housing?
All it says is literally like Charleston County housing. It doesn't have,
most likely. I would have to look it up and see. But Section 8 housing can be owned by a private company too.
Okay.
So if it's like the HUD, Housing Urban Development, that owns it, then no. Or banks, like that.
It most likely is.
Okay. And then this was a question about the list. CJ already talked to you about our issue getting the probates, but I called.
There's no issue anymore. I pulled it.
Yeah, we figured that out. But the water company, I called them because you were talking about water list today, and I used the excuse that it was for independent research, and she was like, I can't give that to you due to it being, there's confidential info on the list, and I'm like not able to give that to you. And
address. Can I have the address? Brooklyn, you should do doing it for a school project.
I that's what I said, basically.
Oh, wow.
I said, yeah, my professor wants me to pull this for a project or something.
All right. Well, I just said, I guess so. So did you go in person?
No, it was a phone call. I was.
You gotta go in person.
I was at work.
Speaking to the manager.
Remember, you're only looking for really the address.
Yeah, you're just talking to the receptionist, and they think they know everything, and they want some.
Yeah. You can get away with just the address because you can look up the information yourself.
Just get the address
and just say, listen, if you got social security numbers and phone numbers, you can redact it. Like, it's no big deal. Just put a black marker on it.
Tax paying. You gotta go. You gotta find somebody who actually knows it's the law. They have to give it to you, and unfortunately, you gotta find a manager in person. The 19-year-old that's answering the phone call. They're there for 2 months. They don't know the law.
It's easy to say no over the phone.
Right.
Even easier in email.
And then, how soon should we contact heirs after death?
ASAP. If not, you
like if it's in an obituary.
So I'm not telling you what to do, but like either you do it or realtors. Someone's going to contact them. And like I always do. This is the way we teach at freewholesaling.com. Oh, we've always done it. You reach out to the person, okay?
Okay.
You play stupid. Are you the owner of this house? Or are you looking to sell it? I'm assuming the heir owns the house.
Right.
If I call them and say, hey, I saw someone died, I'm looking to buy it, you're never going to do well. Play stupid, you just assume. Right. And guess what? If they don't want to talk about it, no, I'm not looking to sell it. Or how do you know I own the house? Well, I just have a list here.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, you know what? Probably not right now, but I'll keep her information. Because realtors send mail like the day of.
Right.
Wholesalers are going to be doing it when it happens. I'm not telling you what to do, but someone is going to be marketing. I'd rather you be the first person than not.
Yeah. And remember, if you have success pulling the probate list, it's typically 30 to 60 days after the death event. So you don't want to wait too long on those. The obituaries, you're going to have to make a call. Like, I get it, the first one there, but it's a little much. Like, you think about if somebody passed away in your family.
Right.
I don't personally like do that, but I don't knock people that do it. Just make sure like you're super nice to people and understanding, like, because a lot of those things are posted and usually within 7 to 10 days after death.
Right.
In, like, a newspaper event.
We're not telling you what to do, but it's better to be quicker than slower on something.
Yeah.
Right. And just then
the day of.
Do you guys happen to know like the best website to find relatives on?
TruePeopleSearch.com and White Pages is probably the best one outside of like paying for a list.
Yeah.
We've been using True People Search, but I mean, obviously it's not going to be 100% accurate. So
I mean, if you can get the probate records and like get them the day they come out, it's pretty strong. The obituary, you're going to have to like test it, and like you're gonna have to figure out when they're printing it, when the person died. Just like some obituaries I've seen are months behind. Some are like the next day. I don't know how they get the information. I believe it's the family that initiates a obituary, but
right. And then it's better to pull the probates on the website you showed us rather than like the classifieds where you see the people
that's straight from the court. That's the best one.
No.
Okay.
No wholesale in your market's doing that usually.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few "We buy houses for cash" signs around the area, so we're trying to beat some people to it.
Charleston's big.
It is.
It's old, it's cool, but like, yeah.
Okay, well, I think that's all the questions I have for you guys. Thank you.
All right, tell CJ I said hi.
Zach said hi. He said, "What's up?"
All right.